First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Once again, it's Swift. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Mills to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
Now Mills on 4th down. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have the Lions first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. Swift going to try up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The Lions at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try and run here with Swift. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Lions first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 39. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Rodgers throws on target to Likely. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Well, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Swift. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
4th down, Mills. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mills. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Swift. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Mills to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And they need work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, here's Jones. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Going to go on 4th down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
And incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mills to the air again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Target to his man, likely. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run right here with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for him. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Right here with Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Mills. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Running is Swift. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Swift. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got some space here. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, 300. Here we go.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Once again, it's Swift. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Swift going to try up the middle, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mills. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter.
26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. In motion left goes Cooks. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In motion left goes Cooks. On second down, another run for Dillon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 20. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on fourth down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They send a receiver in motion left. Now Dillon on the inside give. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cooks will come in motion right. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. In motion left goes Cooks. On second down, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. So no gain on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they score too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, are coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mills back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Over 50. Hey, you block over here. Run.
They'll send Parker in motion right.
Side. Jump out. Hey, 88.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Hey, check 26. Cat 300. 50.
Rodgers to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back north.
To throw is Rodgers. Pass complete, it's likely. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
26. 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block inside.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Hey, take 26. Hey, take 26. Get 300. Get 300.
He's back to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Jump out!
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He gets it to Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone.